Okay, let's go over how to do some tracing on light background fabric and using a light box this time. So if you don't have a light box, you can also do this against a brightly sunlit window. You would just tape everything to your window. But I happen to have this nice little light box here. And right now I have, this is my background fabric. I've got it pinned to my pattern, which is underneath. And I'm gonna click on my light box. There we go. So now you can see, I can see right through the fabric. Get this flat. Okay, and then I just take a mechanical pencil and I'm gonna trace, just trace the top edge here, which is just a dotted line, and the corner. And then I'm going to continue tracing lightly. This is the table that's underneath the apples. And I'm just tracing the bottom edge. Now, because this is the background, I'm just going to trace the outer edge of the apples just for placement. And this becomes very important if you have a really complex piece with lots of pieces. It's nice to know how they all fit together and where they go. In this case, it's very simple, but it's the same process that I use for all my complicated pieces. And that's the third apple. And then I've got a shadow line I'm going to put in. Then I'm going to paint later. And I'm going to turn off my light. And now you can see the tracing. Okay, so now I know where my 3 apples belong. Now I have this apple pattern piece that I have already cut out from the last video. And I know that it belongs right there because I've already traced it. So that's how I would do a light background. Okay, now you can also use the same process. Set that aside. With a Bowen marking pencil or a thin chalk pencil. And the way you would do that is you would put your freezer paper pattern piece underneath the fabric this time. Just match up the edges. Turn on your light box. And this time I can see the lines right through the fabric, even though it's pretty dark. So I'm going to use my tracing pencil to put in the lines for painting or stitching later on. That way there's no guesswork. I know exactly where everything belongs. Okay, let's see if it came out dark enough. Yep, it did. Okay, so that makes a nice thin little line that you can easily see. If you want to rub it out later on, if there's some of it showing that you don't want showing, you just use a little bit of spit and rub it out with your finger. So there you have it. I can do the same thing with these other pattern pieces for the apple. Mark it just like I did with this. And when they're all cut out and marked, then I can go ahead and pin them on to my background where they belong. Take it to my ironing board, fuse them all down, and then I'm ready to paint on my apple piece.